Welcome students. Under agriculture practice, our next topic is manuring, that is manure and fertilizer. These topics are under CBSE standard 8 syllabus. So, under crop production and management, we are learning agriculture practices, and in my previous videos, we have learned about sowing, we have learned about plowing, and we have learned some of the traditional tools and modern tools. Now in this, the substance which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure or fertilizer. So this will be the definition of manure and fertilizer. That what are these substances? That these are the nutrients. Why are we added into the soil? We are adding them for the healthy growth of the plant. So they are manure and fertilizer. Now why we need to add manure and fertilizer to the soil? So soil supplies nutrient to the plant. They are very essential for the plants. If we are giving them enough amount of nutrients, then only the plant will grow healthily. So farmers grow crop after crop in the same field. We know that Rabi crop and Kharif crop. So farmers are growing crops in the same field, in the same land, one crop after another crop, and this crop rotation will go on. Because of this, the continuous cultivation makes soil poor in nutrients. Plants are continuously taking nutrients from the soil. After some time, soil will deficient in nutrients. So farmers need to add manure to replenish the soil. We have to give back all the nutrients to the soil, then only the further cultivation of healthy plants will be possible. So we need to add manure to the soil, so we are giving back all the nutrients back to the soil. Now when we are adding manure to the soil, this process is known as manuring. Now manure and fertilizer. Manure is organic substance, whereas fertilizer is chemical substance. Now let us see the difference and see that which are more beneficial to us. Now let us understand what is the manure and what are the fertilizers. So manure is basically an organic substance. How we are getting it is obtained from the decomposition of plants and animal waste. So what farmers will do is they will dig a pit and they will drop here all the dead leaves and animal waste into this, and they will allow this matter to decompose. The microorganism, bacteria, will decompose this matter, and later this decomposed matter is called manure. This manure they are using for replenishing of soil. Now fertilizer. They are lab-based, they are man-made, and they are chemical compound. Examples are urea, NPK, and ammonium phosphate. In this NPK fertilizer, N stands for nitrogen, P stands for phosphate, and K stands for potassium. So nitrogen, phosphate, and potassium, these three substances are important for the crop, and this fertilizer is known as NPK fertilizer. Then other two are urea and ammonium phosphate. These fertilizers are important for wheat, paddy, and maize crop. Now let us understand what are the conditions for using this manure and using this fertilizer, and which is more beneficial to us. Now let us understand why manure is better than the fertilizer, or why manure is preferred over fertilizer. So there are 5 points for that. First is excessive use of fertilizer makes soil less fertile. Continuous use of chemical compounds will make soil less fertile. Second point is fertilizers also cause water pollution. Now once we are using continuously this chemical substance or fertilizer, then eventually along with the rainwater it will go till the reservoir and it will mix with the water of the reservoir, and this is the reason why we are saying that fertilizer will cause water pollution. Then third point is, in order to make soil fertile, we have to use manure instead of fertilizer. Why? Because manure is organic substance, they are biodegradable, they are natural, and they will replenish soil with all the nutrients what have been used up over a period of time. After adding manure, leave field uncultivated between two crops. So this manure, this decomposed organic matter will again give all the nutrients back to the soil, and it also gives back its soil texture and water retaining capacity. By adding manure, the water retaining capacity of the soil will improve, and this will beneficial for the next crop. So these are some of the conditions for using manure and fertilizer, and this is the answer for that why manure is better than fertilizer. Let us understand the difference between fertilizer and manure. So fertilizer, as we discussed, they are man-made inorganic salt. We are making them into the factories, whereas manure is a natural substance obtained by decomposition of organic matter. Earlier we have discussed that farmer will dig a pit and he will drop all the animal waste and dead plant leaves into that pit and allow them to decompose by bacteria or microorganisms. So they will decompose this matter, and later what we will get is this decomposed organic matter, and it is called manure. So manure can be prepared in field. Now fertilizer will not provide any kind of humus to the soil, whereas manure will provide lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in nitrogen, phosphate and potassium. As we know, one of the fertilizer is NPK fertilizer, and they are rich in all these nutrients. Whereas manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. So this is the basic difference between fertilizer and manure. Now let us understand what are the basic advantages of manure, how it is beneficial for the soil and how it will change the soil. So what are the basic advantages of manure and why we will say that manure is preferred over fertilizer? So it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. More and more the soil will hold the water, it will be beneficial for the crop. So it enhances this capacity. Second, it makes soil porous, and due to which the exchange of gases becomes easy. Because of this decomposed organic matter, the soil texture will change and soil texture will become porous. So gaseous exchange will become easy and it will beneficial for the plants. It increases the friendly microbe. This microbe will be beneficial for the plant, so it increases this count. It improves the texture of the soil. It provides a lot of humus to the soil. So overall it is very beneficial for the plants, and that's why we will say that manure is preferred over fertilizer.